Every once in a while we wonder how real our davening is, how much we really understand that we're speaking literally to our Creator right there in front of us. And I'd like to give you an illustration I think is demonstrative of this exact point. Imagine for a minute that you have an executive director. He's in charge of a yeshiva and he's under financial pressure. He stands there on Yom Kippur and he talks to Hashem and he says as follows: Hashem, listen, it's a yeshiva, hundreds of young Talmidim learning there. It's a very serious concern. I need $200,000. Please, Hashem, please. Hour after hour, for 7 hours that day, he davens again and again. Hashem, $200,000. Please, Hashem, I need it. I need it. Please, Hashem, that's the number. Without it, I can't do it. With less, it won't work. Please, Hashem, $200,000. Imagine for a moment that towards the end of Nila, a bas kol comes out and he hears the words, Maishala, you're a good Eved Hashem. I'm going to grant you $100,000. What do you think Moshe's reaction is going to be? I'd imagine he'd pass out. Oh my goodness, Hashem spoke to me. Hashem really is there. Hashem really exists. Now think about it. What was he doing for the past 7 hours? If he was talking to God, if God was there, what's the sudden shock? What's the sudden change? If in fact he was speaking to Hashem and he really understood he was speaking to Hashem and he said, I need $200,000, at which point Hashem says, I can't do that, but $100,000 is what I can do, I would imagine he would say, Hashem, I meant $200,000. I need $200,000. $100,000 isn't enough. And if you'd imagine that that's expecting far too much from a human being, you're correct. We don't operate on those levels. But there once upon a time were people who did. When Avram Avinu had a debate with Hashem about Sodom, 50 people, 40 people, 30, what's the exact number? It was a direct dialogue, a direct communication, and it was a debate. Can we go for less? Can we do less? The Avos saw when they walked with Hashem, that Hashem was right there. They spoke directly to Hashem, and they understood that Hashem was present with them 100% there. Understanding that once upon a time there were human beings on that level. Understanding that there is a concept of speaking to Hashem directly and understanding that Hashem listens is the basis of all of our tefillah. Our job while we're in this physical, corporeal existence is to grow, to change ourselves, to recognize that, understanding that we'll never reach that level, understanding it'll never be 100%, but moving along from 10% of reality to 20% real to 30% real, that's our avoda. The more we focus on this, the more we understand that I'm literally speaking to Hashem and Hashem listens, the more we recognize Hashem's presence, the more we grow, and the more we end up using our life appropriately.